Cost of Living. A deep dive into Johnny Compton's Dead First. Johnny Compton's Dead First arrived in early 2026 as one of the most anticipated follow-ups in modern horror. After the critical success of The Spite House, Compton solidified his reputation as a master of Texas Gothic. While his debut was a slow burn study of parental love and architectural trauma, Dead First is a more propulsive, high-concept nightmare that blends hard-boiled detective noir with a terrifying supernatural conceit. At its core, the novel asks a singular, chilling question. What if you found someone who simply could not die? And what would you do to take that gift for yourself? The premise: a mystery wrapped in an impossible body. The story follows Cyrus, a weary private investigator with a past he's trying to outrun. Cyrus is a classic noir protagonist, morally gray, observant, and deeply skeptical. His life takes a sharp turn into the surreal when he is hired by a reclusive, eccentric billionaire who claims to have discovered the secret to biological immortality. However, this isn't a sci-fi tale of laboratory serums or genetic engineering. The billionaire's discovery is a human being, a man who should have died 1,000 times over, but remains tethered to the world of the living. Cyrus is tasked with vetting the anomaly, protecting the asset, while uncovering the true source of this impossible resilience. The plot, blood, shadow, and the Texas heat. The narrative is split between the claustrophobic tension of a high-security estate and the dusty, dangerous backroads of Texas. As Cyrus digs into the history of the immortal man, he realizes that this gift isn't a miracle, it's a contagion. Compton excels at building a sense of visceral dread. The horror in Dead First is physical. We aren't just talking about a man who survives. We are talking about the gruesome reality of a body that sustains catastrophic damage and refuses to quit. The descriptions of healing and survival are jarring, moving the book firmly into the realm of body horror. As the investigation deepens, Cyrus discovers a shadow organization, a cult-like group of the ultra-wealthy who are hunting his ward. They see this man not as a human, but as a harvest. The middle act of the book turns into a high-stakes chase, as Cyrus realizes his employer may be just as dangerous as the people pursuing them. Themes: power, privilege, and the finality of Death. Compton uses the horror genre to explore social commentary, a hallmark of his writing style. In Dead First, the primary themes include the ethics of longevity. The book explores how the pursuit of immortality is inherently selfish. In Compton's world, staying alive forever often requires someone else to pay the price. Class warfare. There is a biting critique of the 1%, portraying the wealthy as literal vampires who view the bodies of the less fortunate as resources to be consumed. The weight of memory. For Cyrus, the detective, his own past is a ghost. The book contrasts the physical immortality of the mystery man with the emotional immortality of trauma, things that refuse to die even when we want them to. The atmosphere. Modern noir meets supernatural dread. The setting plays a massive role in the book's success. Compton utilizes the vast, sweltering landscapes of Texas to create a feeling of isolation. The heat is almost a character itself, pressing down on the protagonists as the stakes rise. The prose is sharp and rhythmic. Compton manages to balance the cynical, fast-paced dialogue of a detective novel with the lush, descriptive passages required for effective Gothic horror. When the supernatural elements finally boil over in the final act, the transition feels earned because the atmosphere has been so meticulously constructed. Why it's a 2026 standout, Dead First succeeds because it refuses to stay in one lane. It provides the intellectual satisfaction of a well-plotted mystery while delivering the jump scares and psychological unease of a top-tier horror novel. The ending, which many readers have described as hauntingly inevitable, leaves several threads open for debate. It doesn't offer easy answers about the nature of life and death, instead forcing the reader to sit with the discomfort of what it means to truly be finished.